I want to take a look at a couple of stocks. So those stocks that I want to be watching is going to be Penn National Gaming, PENN, Sklz, and DraftKings. I'm going to start off with Penn. And you can see here, ever since we reclaimed this 50-day moving average going back to August the 24th, we had 4 days worth of run up here. Today looks to be a little bit of, a down rest day. Realistically going back to yesterday on the 30th, we kind of had, a little bit of a tick higher followed by a little bit of back testing here into this rising 5-day support. What I do want to see here is what do we do here down at this $80 level. So currently we're trading at $81.10. For me, it looks like we want to come back down and back test this $78 area. If we do close below $78, we do have room to come back down to the 75. Now, just from an overall picture here, if we do go back from where this run up first started, okay, normally I like to look at the 50-day moving average. Anytime something closes over the 50-day gets really, really bullish, and then you kind of have a little bit of a back test. But the true, kind of reversal on this consolidation was down here at this lower Bollinger Band, and that price is about $64. So currently about 15 points off that move. If we did come down to 75, that would be about a 50% retracement on this move, which would be very, very healthy. That is also going to correlate with the 20 and the 10-day moving average. So a couple of things to keep an eye on. To the top side, what do we need Penn to do? We need Penn to break 82.78. Obviously, any close over that is going to retest these highs here of 84. I think that this is going to come going into the fourth quarter, possibly October, November, December is what we really want to look at for on this 84.31. So I think, just by the way, this indecisive candle here, back testing a little bit off of this big run up here, I think that we could possibly come down here and test 75. However, we are going to find some support down here at 78. So I'm looking to maybe play a short-term, put options on Penn, anything below 80, possibly using the 5-day moving average as my stop, 81. And kind of just letting this ride out to see if we can back test this 75. Next stock that I want to look at here is Dkng. Great move that this thing has also put in. Again, coming off of lows here, lows of 39.92 going back a few months, and then we kind of just been in this crazy little this little range here. We really didn't do much. We got this big breakout here as soon as we reclaimed this 50-day moving average back in the beginning of August. We pushed up to highs of 54 and then back down, rising support here at the 20-day moving average, and then just had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, just explosion after explosion after explosion. Now we're doing the same kind of thing. Big move up, a little bit of consolidating action. What I'm looking at here for the short side, if the market wants to get a little wonky and get a little weak on us, 58.67 is what I'm looking for here to the short side. Quick trade, cash flow trade, scalp it to the downside. I do play options, so I'll take some puts to the downside, kind of collect my profits very, very quickly, maybe somewhere in this $57.50 or this $56 range, depending on to see where it wants to come down. 10-day moving average on Dkng would be 56. I think that a good back test would be, you can see here, if I do draw a trend line here at the 20-day moving average, the 20-day moving average is going to correlate with these previous areas going back here to 6.8 and going back here to 8.13. Previous areas of rejection. If you see where I'm moving my cursor, rejection here, a little bit of resistance, back testing support, failed move, back up here in the beginning of August, and more resistance, back tested support, and then boom, we got this breakout. So anytime we get a new breakout over previous resistance, I always like to see it come back down and test this previous resistance, see if it's going to act as support. That level is going to be 54.80. So I would not be shocked or surprised to see Dkng come all the way back down here to 58, 55, somewhere in that vicinity, and then kind of consolidate sideways before making this next move up into the fourth quarter. Next stock that I've been talking about a lot on the Discord, Sklz. ever since coming off these highs of 46, kind of just didn't really do much of anything. I mean, came down here to, you know, absolute lows into the 10s. I drew this white box about a week and a half, maybe it's 2 weeks now. Kind of calling this a loading zone. Why am I calling this a loading zone? Because when we got down in this area one time, we got this bounce. We came down here, touched it again, got this bounce. We came down in this white box, which is a demand zone here, correlating going all the way back to last year of September, October. You know, kind of broke a little bit below that, was getting a little, you know, a little sketchy here on Sklz. But then today, just good volume and a good green bar move here. So what I'm looking for on Sklz is $12. Looking to confirm today's highs. We do have room to move up to 1260, 1275. Obviously, any close over 1275 could get back into the 13s. Same thing with Sklz. So we're going to need to, you know, confirm today's highs. We're going to need to get into these 13s, the 50 EMA, as well as the 50 SMA here. And then we're going to see what we need to do here. Do we come up to these levels and get rejected? If we get rejected, let's look to form this $12 area here as a new area of support. So it's been acting as an area of resistance. Let's see if this is going to act as an area of support going further. That way we can see if we can get another run up here, but definitely want to look at Sklz. If we do look at the option flow, so if we do look at the option flow on Sklz real quick. Okay. So if we look at the option flow on Sklz, I have Sklz pulled up. We got a bullish flow, call to put, net buy premiums, blah, 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 blah. So just going in here to seeing what options that these guys are buying. 12, 17, 21, $25 puts. The one that I'm really interested in here is this 9, 17, 2021 $12 strike, as well as a 10, 15s, 12 and a halves. But this one right here is very, very intriguing to me. Give yourself a little bit of time if you are an options player. You're looking to swing Sklz here. I like this December 17th, 12 and a half option here. This 12 and a half strike is very, very appetizing. That way you just give yourself a little bit of time. That way, if the market does want to, you know, have this blow off top and then have a little bit of a, you know, maybe a 5% correction between now and the end of the month, or now and the end of October, give yourself enough time on those contracts to allow them to not, you know, expire worthless by going so close, you know, with the September 17th expirations. Although the September 17th expirations, if you are a scalper or a short-term swing trader, maybe you want to hold it a couple days. If we get that nice pop to $12.75, maybe we get a pop to 13 in this next few weeks. Definitely want to play those contracts. But if you're looking for a bigger move, looking to see if we can reclaim the 50-day moving average on Sklz, definitely going to want to give yourself some time. Let's probably go with the December 17th, 2021 expirations on a 12 and a half strikes. Those look very, very appetizing. But until next time, guys, I will catch you guys all on the next video.